welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be kind of a little bit different. For those of you who have watched my videos, you know that I am on the ketogenic diet. So I'll link some of my videos that I've done about that below. But basically, I wanted to share with you guys some of the snacks that I have gotten that are keto friendly. Now, anything technically could be keto as long as it fits within your macros and stuff like that. I don't track macros super closely because honestly, math scares me and it's just so much. It's like, okay, 5% has to be carbs and 70% fat, that sort of thing. I just track my total net carbs, and that's what works for me. I try to keep it under 20 net carbs a day. First thing is the front porch pecan. These are the habanero barbecue. They're mild. I believe I had to have gotten these in one of my keto boxes, subscription boxes that I tried. They only have one net carb for 14 pieces. Definitely doable, but these are really good. I am not a pecan fan. I am not a walnut fan. Out of all the nuts, those are probably my two least favorite. But these were good because they had a little bit of that barbecue flavor. They weren't really spicy, but they just gave you, I don't know, just like they had a very good flavor, and it kind of took out the pecan flavor, if that makes any sense. So the texture was good, the flavor was good. It's definitely something that I would recommend if you are, kind of a barbecue fan, or if you like nuts and you're just looking for a little bit more variety. These are definitely really good and something that I will be repurchasing. So sticking with the nuts, the next one is the Front Porch Pecan Sea Salt. So it's the same brand as the last one, just a different flavor. These are just the plain sea salt. These only have one net carb for 14 pieces, same as the other one. Between this flavor and the other flavor, I like the other flavor better. This one was very plain to me. It also had more of the pecan taste. Again, not my favorite nut. They weren't horrible. I do like the fact that the carb count was low, and it is something that you can just put in baggies, throw in your purse, and have as a good snack. It does fill you up because they are nuts. But out of the both of them, if I had to repurchase them, I would be repurchasing the habanero barbecue and not the sea salt. It just wasn't my favorite. But maybe you're not into flavor. Maybe you like just plain stuff, then I think you would like these. They're very good quality nuts, if that makes any sense. Like, I've bought pecans from the store or whatever, and they're just These were really nice. They had a good texture. They weren't super dry or anything like that. So definitely would recommend them if you're not a big flavor person. So next is probably one of my biggest staples. This is what I always keep in my home as well as in my office because it's just super easy, quick to go snack. They're not dirty, it's not messy. Like with the nuts, they crumble up and you get it on your fingers and stuff like that. This is just super easy. I don't feel like I can literally just hold it in my hand. It's not greasy or anything like that. They do have 1 gram of carb per 2 sticks, so definitely doable, but it's just a really nice and easy quick snack. And they're relatively cheap. As far as the beef jerkies go and stuff like that, this is one of the cheapest ones. I do have a more favorite one than this one, but it's a little bit more expensive. But these are not dry. They're kind of like Slim Jims, but not greasy like Slim Jims. Like I haven't had a Slim Jim in a long time, but I remember they had like that oil, or that like orange grease kind of thing. These do not. They're not greasy at all, and they're just seems like a better version of the beef sticks. So I just like to have these just as a quick snack to go. Definitely would recommend them. And these are the Old Wisconsin, handcrafted, naturally slow smoked, gluten-free. Oh, it says refrigerate after opening. I've never refrigerated it. Who refrigerates their beef sticks? That is the weirdest thing. Well, I do not refrigerate them, and I've eaten them many times, and I've never gotten sick, so. So next is the Bunker Hill Cheddar Crunchy Cheese Crisp. So I did get this in one of my keto boxes, and I absolutely love them. I actually like them so much that I ended up getting another flavor. This was the original flavor. I think this was the original flavor. Maybe it was like white cheddar that I got, or maybe it was the cheddar one. They're 100% cheese, natural cheese, artificial growth hormone free. It's only 2 ounces. They have 1 gram of carb for 1 ounce, which is approximately 7 crisps. You don't get a lot in here. So there's probably just 2 serving sides, so 2 total carbs, you know, essentially in this bag. They are not cheap. These are expensive. This is the chili lime one. Holy crap, these are good. Like, these just taste like cheese. They're cheddar, whatever. I think they had a white like cheddar option, but this is the one that I got, and I was like, ooh, chili lime. That sounds, you know, feisty. It is feisty. It tastes amazing. They're not expensive, or they are expensive. I'll link down below the website and, you know, everything, so you guys can, no affiliate codes or anything like that, but just so that you can just click on it and go see. But I'll put the price down there. They're not cheap. And I have to be careful because I can literally eat the whole bag in one sitting, but I try not to. But at least if I do, it's still a low carb snack that I can fit into, I mean, with only 2 grams of carbs. If I do eat the whole bag, it's not the end of the world, but they are that good. And between these two, they have the same carb count. So I would definitely go with the chili lime because it just has more flavor. Just options, but this is really good. So next is the Foods Alive Mexican Harvest Flax Seeds. So they have, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 4 grams of carbs for 5 crackers. That's not a lot. Or not a lot of serving size that you get, but I did really, really like these. I'm not a huge flaxseed person. It's got a funny taste to me, but I did like the fact that they were just like little squares, and you can see all the flaxseed and stuff like that, and they were all together. And I used it for like dips for guacamole. I did it for salsa, like I did a little bit of sour cream and salsa and used it instead of you know, regular chip, and I really, really like them. You can spread cheese on them, you can spread whatever you want. If you have any dips, these are a great alternative. And even if you're not on the ketogenic diet, or maybe your spouse or somebody in your household isn't, or maybe you're going to a party or having a party, these are still really, really good for you, because flaxseed does have what, omega-3s in it, omega-3s, 6 and 9s, and they're high in fiber. They're just good for you in general. So even if it's not something that you know, you're not on the ketogenic diet, this is something that could work for your whole family, including those who are on the ketogenic diet. And it's just a nice little crunchy snack. It's something a little bit different. So I definitely will be repurchasing that and definitely would recommend it. So next is the Crazy Go Nuts, the superfood snack. This is in Buffalo All Natural Gourmet Walnuts. So I do not like walnuts. Walnuts have like this weird aftertaste that grosses me out every single time, but I know that they're healthy for you. I did not like walnuts until I met these little guys. These are awesome. I love buffalo flavor, but I don't necessarily like the spice. I don't like that spicy where it just lingers and you can never get out of your mouth. These are not spicy. You get the flavor, but you don't get any of that buffalo hot flavor, you know, that burning afterwards. These have 3 grams of carbs for 1 ounce, a little bit more than like the pecans and stuff like that, but definitely doable. It says like a spicy chicken wing, but without all the dead birds. Like I said, I did not notice any spice, and I'm not a spicy loving person, but I love, love, love these. They're gluten-free, they're vegan. So like I said, I'll link them all down below, but if you are a buffalo flavor fan, then I definitely would recommend these, and I definitely will be repurchasing them because they're that good. So next is the Keto Carne beef jerky. This is in spicy flavor. My husband and I ate this whole bag on our way. We were taking the kids from hockey practice to a birthday party, and I was like, I know I'm gonna be hungry because I knew at the birthday party they're having pizza, can't have pizza, that sort of thing. So I packed this, and my husband and I ate the whole thing. It has 2.5 servings per container, 1 ounce, and it's got 0 carbs in it. So this is spicy. It's one of those spices that it's not spicy at first, but the more you eat it, the spicier it gets. It's not bad. Again, I am not a spice loving person, But if you are super, super sensitive, then you're definitely not gonna like this. But if you're somebody who loves spice and you're looking for something that's like super spicy, this is not going to be it either. It's kind of like in the middle. It's doable, it's got a good flavor, whatever. The one thing that I didn't like about it was the fact that it was a little bit dry. Like I like my beef jerky to be a little bit moist so you don't feel like you're chewing like bark. And that's a couple of the pieces I felt like I was like, okay, I'm like chewing tree bark. That's what it tasted like. It had that texture or whatever. Actually, I've never chewed tree bark, so I have no idea what it tastes like. But I can only imagine that that's what the texture would feel like. I don't know. But so I'm kind of on the fence of whether or not I'm going to be repurchasing this. I do like the fact that it has 0 carbs in it. A lot of beef jerkies will have sugar in it, so it's not necessarily a good option or something that I can fit into my keto lifestyle. So I do like the fact that this doesn't have any carbs and it's very, very easy, a good snack or whatever. But as far as the dryness, maybe I'll try a different flavor. Maybe it's going to be less dry. I don't know. I'm kind of like still on the fence with this one. So the next thing is, this is called Mother. This is sparkling probiotic, all natural infusion, apple cider vinegar beverage. This is in the flavor of lime ginger. So I originally saw these guys, these girls, this brand on Shark Tank. And I was like, okay, you know, interesting, because everybody, like apple cider vinegar is this whole big rave and all these lists of people talk about all the benefits and all these keto people talk about all the benefits, blah, 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 blah. But the truth is I actually do like the flavor of apple cider vinegar, but it's not like I have to have it hot, and especially in the summertime, that doesn't sound appealing. I can't just shoot it back because I feel like it's going to eat away my esophagus. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So when I saw this on Shark Tank, I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I want to say that they're based out of Dallas, or they're in my area. It says Go Texan. So I know they're out of Texas. I don't know exactly where. But I really liked this because it has only 2 grams of carbs for the whole container. So you get your apple cider vinegar if you're on that craze, but it also it tastes good and it's within the carb count. This is a lime ginger. For whatever reason, I never liked ginger. I hated ginger. I would drink ginger ale when I was sick, but I never really liked ginger. And for whatever reason, I've been on this like ginger kick, and anything that has ginger in it, I'm like, give it to me, give it to me. Ginger beer, I get diet ginger beer, whatever. But I really like this one. They have different flavors. The other flavors are a little bit more carb count. I like this one because it's less carb count, but I also like the flavor. It's good. Like, honestly and truly, it's not just I'm buying this because it's quote unquote good for me. I also really, really like the taste, and especially around lunchtime. I've been drinking water for a long time. Sometimes I just want something a little bit different. Around where I am in Dallas, there's certain stores that sell it. There's a lot that don't. So I have to actually go out of my way to go to the store that I found that sold this. But it definitely is worth it. I really, really like it. So if you are in an area where they sell this, I would definitely pick it up, especially if you're interested about the whole apple cider vinegar, or if you're looking for ways to include apple cider vinegar into your diet. This is a really good way. So next are these Stoka Nutrition. This is the vanilla almond bar. They're keto, paleo, and low glycemic inspired. It's only 4 net carbs for the whole thing. They have ingredients that I can actually read. That is awesome to me, but it also is something that is lower in carbs that I can fit in my day. These things are awesome. I thought that I had the chocolate one too. I went on Amazon and ended up purchasing what I thought was a vanilla. It was a mix between vanilla and chocolate, and I tried the chocolate one and I like the chocolate one just as much. The vanilla one has a little bit of like, it seems like chocolate chip chunks. I don't know. The chocolate one is just all chocolate, but it's not like that fake chocolate coating or whatever. It's just kind of like infused. But what I really like about this, aside from the fact that it is only 4 grams of net carbs and I can fit it in my keto lifestyle, I also like it because I can just put this in my purse. I can keep it in the office. It's really, really good, handy snack. It is like a granola bar. Like, it's a hard bar, which I really like because I like granola bars. I am one of those people that just like granola bars. Prior to doing the keto lifestyle, I would always have some kind of granola bar in my bag just because it's really simple, easy snack. The texture or the hardness reminds me of the Nature Valley granola bars. Like it's the hard one where you not necessarily want to bite it with your teeth, you want to kind of break it off, but it doesn't crumble as much as the Nature Valley bars. So if you ever had one of those, this is the most similar that I found to it. But I like the hardness. I like the fact that it doesn't crumble. I like the fact that it is an easy on-the-go snack. It has a low carb count, but I also like the fact that it tastes good. Like it honestly and truly tastes really good, to the point where I had this last night for dessert. Like it's just enough sweetness. It's not too sweet. It's not salty or anything like that. It will crave your, or carb. It will take care of your sweet tooth, but it also doesn't leave like that nasty like aftertaste. Like a lot of the artificial sugars or whatever just have that weird aftertaste. This does not. This is awesome. Definitely would recommend this. So speaking about weird aftertastes that don't taste good, this is the Nush pineapple mango cake with other natural flavors. This is made with organic flax and organic coconut oil. Yeah. So this bad boy it's got total carb is 19, 4 grams of fiber, and sugar alcohols is 11. And I think because it has so much sugar alcohols, it just tastes funny. This one is not my favorite. I did purchase the blueberry one, and I can have it once in a while, but sometimes that that weird aftertaste just gets me, and I don't like it at all. This flavor I did not like at all. It was not worth the calories. Like there are certain things where I'm like, okay, it's okay. But this, I didn't even finish the rest of it. I had one bite and I was like, nope, not worth it to me. Do not like this flavor. But also even the blueberry one to me, like I had the blueberry one, I think they had like a gingerbread one or something like that. I haven't tried all the flavors, but even the blueberry one to me just has that really, really bad sugar alcohol aftertaste. So if you're somebody who doesn't like that, or you're sensitive to that or whatever, then definitely don't try these because it has that. So next is the No Better Cookie peanut butter cookie. This only has 4 grams of net carbs for the whole thing. It says 15 grams of sugar, but they use allulose, the sugar-free sugar. It has 0 glycemic impact. It tastes amazing. I don't know much about that, I'll be honest with you. I just saw this at my local Walgreens and I was hungry and needed a little bit of something and came across this and ate it. So I even took notes on it because I had it like 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. So the texture I put is amazing. Most cookie-like that I have tried, a lot of the protein cookies have that protein bar, like dry, texture or whatever. This did not. It's like a very soft cookie, but it's the most cookie texture that I have found. But the taste isn't as strong as some of the other ones. It is a little bit bland. The texture's great. The taste could work, get a little bit of improvement. There is a slight aftertaste, that weird sugar, like non-sugar or fake sugar aftertaste. There is that with this, but it's not horrible. If you're super sensitive to it, I think you can get away with it. Overall, I gave this like a 6 out of 10. That's what I wrote on my little thing, 6 out of 10. Not my favorite, but it was a good just kind of like pick me up where I was just craving something a little bit sweet and just went to the grocery store and picked it up. Probably will not be repurchasing it unless I get in another hunger phase where I'm like, I just need a little something. Last but not least is the Quest protein cookie. This is peanut butter flavored. How many carbs? I tore off the carb thing. So it's got 18 total carbs, 9 grams of fiber, and 4 grams of erythritol, or however you say that. This was okay. I ate it and I liked it. I like this one better than the other one. I do like the Quest products. Like their potato chips are amazing. Like holy crap. Like their Dorito ones or whatever, their nacho cheese ones, so good. But I haven't tried much of the other ones. This one was okay. I'd probably choose this one over the No cookie just because it did have a little bit better taste, a little bit more like a protein, but not horrible. But definitely won't be purchasing this to keep in my pantry. It will just be a kind of a go-to snack if I ever get into the point where I need something, just a little something. Last but not least is the Vital Protein Collagen Peptides. This has 20 grams of collagen per serving. It helps with skin, hair, nail, and joint support. It's grass-fed and pasture-raised. So I really like this stuff. It doesn't taste like anything. I put it in my coffee with my MCT oil and it just dissolves, and I don't even know I'm drinking it, kind of thing. I tried to put it in like cold beverages, and to me it doesn't taste like anything, but it just changes the texture or something. So I like it in my coffee just because it's one and done. I get it done, it dissolves, and it's fine. I actually really like this. It is expensive. It's more expensive than some of the other ones that I have tried, but I've gotten like collagen powder at TJ Maxx and stuff like that, and it's not as good to me. I feel like this one is a little bit more whole nutrition, like it's grass-fed, pasture-raised, that sort of thing. And I feel like it's a little bit more of a whole natural product than some of the stuff that I see on TJ Maxx, where it's just like, oh, it has collagen in it. And it's like, okay, well, where does it come from? Like, it's just very like, not as much information, and probably not a, pure source of collagen. So really like this. I'm going to be purchasing it again. Nothing but good things to say about that. So that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave comments below if you have any questions. Like I said, I will leave everything below. I'll try to link as much as I can, but at worst comes to worst, I will put the prices down so that you guys can see it. If you have any questions, leave your comments below. Until next time, bye.